Hello everyone, welcome you all for the English class. We are going to begin the second unit, My Home, Your Home. It's very clear from the title what we are going to discuss about, talking about my house and yours. So what does the writer mean by this particular title? We'll go deep into the lesson to see what happens. Before we go into the lesson, we'll begin with the activity that is prescribed in the textbook, Get Started. Fill in the missing letters and complete the names of the food items. You may use the clues to complete the names. So here there are various pictures of food items given in this particular sheet, and there is a picture and there is a clue related to it, and you have to find the missing letter for each. And my name rhymes with Marley. The answer is barley. You might like to spread me on a slice of bread. The very tastiest thing, obviously all the children like, it's butter. I make things sweet. Sugar. When you chop me, I can make you cry. The answer is onion. You can bake me into a cake. Flour. Once I was a fresh grape. When I dry up, you put me in a cake. The answer is raisin. So what does this page have a connection with the lesson My Home, Your Home? So we'll go deep into the story. What may be a perfect home for one person may not suit another person at all. Is that true for people as well as for mice? Read the story to find out. So sometimes when we go to someone's house, we not be having the same feeling that we get from ours. So here in the story, we are not talking about people, we are talking about two animals, mouse. There are two characters, special characters, two mouse. One is Mickey and the other is Misty. Once upon a time, there was a little mouse called Misty. He lived in the country. One day, he asked a little mouse called Mickey from the city to visit him. When Mickey arrived, they sat down for dinner. Misty gave him barley and cauliflower to eat. Mickey was surprised. So what is told in the first paragraph? There lived a little mouse called Misty. And where does Misty live? He lived in the country. Country here meaning it is an open space little away from towns and cities. In a simple way we can say it as country. Here to the lesson it means village. So Misty is living in a village. One day he asked a little mouse called Mickey from the city to visit him. He asked his friend Mickey. Where is Mickey living? Mickey is living in the city. Mickey is coming to see his friend Misty. When Mickey arrived, they sat down for dinner. So obviously when someone comes to your house, you will have dinner, give some kind of snacks. So what happens here also, Misty gave dinner to Mickey. Misty gave him barley and cauliflower to eat. So what did Misty give for dinner? Barley and cauliflower. Mickey was surprised, he was happy. Really? He said, you do not eat well at all. You should see how I live. I have all sorts of fine things to eat every day. You must come to visit me. It is really very nice to live in the city. So what is Mickey telling to Misty? He says that you do not eat well at all. By seeing this, I feel that you are not having proper food to eat in this village. You should see how I live. You should one day come to the city and see how I am living there. I have all sorts of fine things to eat every day. All sorts of meaning all kinds of good things. So Mickey is having all kinds of good things to eat every day. You must come to visit me. It is really very nice to live in the city. You just come to the city and see how I live and enjoy the life there. Sure, you should come to the city to see how I live. Little Misty did just that. A few weeks later, he went to the city to visit his friend. So what did he do? He just obeyed the words of his friend Mickey, and after a few weeks, he just went to the city to see his friend Mickey. Mickey took Misty to a cupboard. It was in the kitchen of the house where he lived. They climbed onto the lowest shelf. There, behind some jars, Mickey took Misty to a cupboard. It was in the kitchen of the house where he lived. They climbed onto the lobber's shelf. So now Mickey and Misty both are in the city now. So Misty has gone to see his friend Mickey. So to understand how he lives in the city. So Mickey took Misty to a cupboard in that particular kitchen. It was in the kitchen of the house where he lived. So they both of them are in the kitchen of that particular house. They climbed onto the lowest shelf below the lowest shelf. They just climbed down. There behind some stone jars stood a big bag of brown sugar. So this particular part is not given in this class. You just follow the textbook. There stood what? A big bag of brown sugar. So there are some stone jars. Behind that jar, a big bag of brown sugar is kept. Little Mickey gnawed a hole in the bag. What did he do? Not meaning just making a bite. He bite and made a hole in the big bag of brown sugar. Then he invited his friend to have some sugar. Then he called Misty to have sugar from this particular bag. The two little mice nibbled and nibbled. Nibbled and nibble meaning go on eating it. Both of them started to eat the sugar. Misty thought it was the most delicious thing he had ever eaten. So he was eating sugar for the first time. So he was feeling that this is the most tastiest thing he had ever eaten before. How lucky Mickey is, he thought as he ate. So when he was going on eating the tastiest sugar, he was feeling that Mickey is a very lucky fellow to have the sugar every day. Suddenly the door opened with a bang. The cook Mary wanted to get some flour. So who entered to the room? Mary the cook entered the particular room with making a huge sound on the door. B-A-N-G, bang meaning making a sound on the door. Means she just opened the door. And who entered? Mary the cook entered the room to get some flour. So this is the meaning of section 1. Now we will discuss the glossary that is dealing in section 1. Country, here open space away from towns and cities. Simple way we can say to the story, country means village. Barley is cereal like wheat or rice. Sorts meaning all kinds of. Fine things meaning good things. Gnawed meaning bite. Nibble, take a small bite. Now we'll go to the section 2 of the story. Run, whispered Mickey. They ran as fast as they could. They rushed into the little hole from where they had come in. Poor Misty was shaking all over. However, Mickey said, "That's nothing. She will soon go away. Then we can go back." So what happened? When Mary the cook entered the room, who started to run? Mickey and Misty started to run. "Run," whispered Mickey. They ran as fast as they could. As fast as they could meaning they were running very fast. They rushed into the little hole from where they had come in. So how they entered into that room? They entered into that room through a hole in the kitchen. Through the same way itself they went out. Poor Misty was shaking all over. Was shaking all over meaning he was shivering. However, Mickey said, "That's nothing. She will soon go away. Then we can go back." So what did Mickey said? "That's nothing. You don't worry, my friend Misty. She will soon go away from this particular room. Then we can go back to have the food." After the cook had gone away and shut the door, they stole softly back. This time, Mickey had something new to show Misty. He took Misty into a corner on the top shelf. What did they do? When the cook Mary went away from the kitchen room, what did they do? They stole softly back. Stole softly back meaning they went quietly into that particular room. This time Mickey had something new to show Misty. He wanted to show something special to Misty other than the brown sugar. He took Misty into a corner on the top shelf. Now what did Mickey took now? He took to a corner on the top part of the shelf. What was there? A big jar of raisins stood there open. There was a jar, it was kept open. And what was inside the jar? Raisins was kept inside the jar. After much tucking and pulling, they got a large raisin out of the jar onto the shelf and began to nibble at it. And what did they do? They started to tug and pull it very hard to get the raisin from that particular jar. And after much tugging and pulling, what happened? A large raisin fell out of the jar and they began to nibble at it. Nibble meaning eat. This was even better than the brown sugar. So what did Misty feel that time? He was feeling that than the brown sugar, raisins is more tasty. Misty liked the taste so much that he ate it as fast as he could. So he started to eat the raisin very fast. All at once, they heard a scratching at the door and a sharp, loud meow. So what happened? The cat entered the room, making a scratching at the door. Who entered the room? We don't know. We will come to know what's the name of the cat in section 3. What is that? Asked Misty alarmed. Mickey whispered, shh. Then he ran as fast as he could to the hole. Misty ran after him. As soon as they were out of danger, Mickey said, that was Bella, the old cat. She is the best mouser in town. If she catches you, you are lost. So what did Mickey, while hearing that scratching sound at the door, there was a meow. And who was that? Misty was asking, who is it? And Mickey whispered, don't make any sound. Shh. Then he ran very fast through the hole from where they get inside the kitchen. Mickey ran first. Behind Misty ran and he was shaking all over in fear. And Misty inquired who was it. And what did Mickey said? That was Bella, the old cat. And what is the speciality of this Bella? He is the best mouser in town. Best mouser meaning the best mouse hunter. If she catches you, you are lost. Once Bella sees you, what is going to happen? He will catch you and you will be killed. You are lost forever. This is really terrible, said Misty. Let us not go back to the cupboard again. What did Misty said at that time? I am really feared of now. I don't wish to go back to that cupboard again to have raisins and sugar. No, said Mickey, but I will take you to the cellar. What did Mickey say? Don't say like that. I'm going to take you to a new place. Where? To the cellar. What do you mean by cellar? Storeroom. Underground storeroom. Cellar meaning underground storeroom. Just see the glossary of section 2 now. Stole softly back. Meaning went back very quietly. Meaning going very quietly without making any sound. Was shaking all over. Was so scared that his body was shaking. Meaning due to fear, his body shaking, losing complete control. Tugging, pull hard. That's the meaning of the word tugging. This is a picture of raisin. You might have seen this and you might have eaten this also. It's so tasty. No, said Mickey, but I will take you to the cellar. There is something special there. So what did Mickey say to Misty? I'm going to take you to a new place, to the cellar. Cellar meaning underground storeroom. And there is something special. I will show you. So Mickey took his little friend down the cellar stairs. They decided to go there. They went into a big cupboard where there were many shelves. On the shelves were packets of butter and sugar. There were tins of grains and jams. Overhead hung bunches of onions and there were spicy pickles in jars standing about. So what was there in that particular cellar? What was there? They went into that big cupboard and there were many shelves in that cupboard. And what was kept on the shelf? There were packets of butter and sugar. And there were grains and jams. It were grains which was kept in the tins and there were jams. Overhead. Overhead meaning above the head. What was hung? Hung bunches of onions. There were onions and there were spicy pickles in jars standing about. So there were pickles kept in jars. It smelled so good that it went to little Misty's head. So what happened? The smell of the pickles, onions, jams, grains, everything, he was out of control. He don't know what to eat first. He ran along the shelf and nibbled at some grains here and a bit of butter there until he saw an especially rich, delicious, smelling piece of cheese on a funny little stand in a corner. He was just about to put his teeth into it when Mickey saw him. So what happened? Overhead, meaning above the head, hung bunches of onions were there and there were spicy pickles in jars standing about. And it smelled so good that it went to little Misty's head. The smell of the pickles, onions, jams, everything went over his head, and because of that he was out of control. He don't know what to eat first. So what did he do? He ran along the shelf and nibbled at some grains here. He started to eat some grains there and a bit of butter until he saw an especially rich, delicious smelling piece of cheese on a funny little stand in a corner. So while he ran and he started to eat some grains, then he ate some butter, and while he was having the butter, what did he see? He saw some delicious smelling piece of cheese. And where was it kept? It was kept on a funny little stand in a corner. See the picture, you can see where the cheese was kept. He was just about to put his teeth into it when Mickey saw him. So he was trying to bite the cheese that was kept on the trap. By then, who saw it? Mickey saw this. So read up to this section 3. Thank you, children. So I hope you might have understood section 1, 2 and 3 that I have taken in the last class. Now we will deal with section 4. We should understand what happened. Just see section 4. Stop! Stop! Cried Mickey. That's a trap. Mickey stopped and said, What is a trap? That thing is a trap, said little Mickey. The minute you touch the cheese with your teeth, something comes down on your head. Then you are dead. So what happens? Stop! Stop! So Mickey is telling Misty not to eat the cheese that was kept on that particular thing. And what is that? That's a trap. You don't eat the cheese that is kept on it. It's a trap. Misty stopped and said, What is a trap? I didn't understand what you mean by a trap. What is it? That thing is a trap. Where the cheese is kept, that particular object, that's a trap. This particular object, that's a trap, said little Mickey. The minute you touch the cheese with your teeth, something comes down on your head. What happens when you eat the cheese in a particular thing? Something will come down on your head and you will be killed. Then you are dead. Then little Misty looked at the trap, he looked at the cheese, and he looked at Mickey. He don't know what to do. First, what did he do? He just looked at that particular trap. Then he looked at his friend Mickey. Then he looked what? He looked at the cheese. If you will excuse me, he said, I think I will go home. So what did he say? He wanted to say something to his friend Mickey. So how did he say? Please excuse me. For what? I think I will go home. I wish to go home. It's nice to have brown sugar, raisins and butter, but I don't want to be frightened to death all the time. So what is it? It's very nice to eat brown sugar, raisins and all kinds of food every time. But I don't wish to be frightened to death all the time. Frightened to death meaning to be scared of death all the time. So he doesn't wish to be scared of death all the time. I did rather have barley and cauliflower to eat and eat it in peace and comfort. So what is it? Even though he is having only barley and cauliflower to eat in his village, he is happy with it. Even if he got brown sugar, raisins, butter, cheese, jams and everything from the city, what did he wish? He doesn't want to be frightened to death all the time. He is happy with what he gets from his village, even though it is barley and cauliflower only. What he needs, what does Misty needs? He needs only peace and comfort. So Misty went back to his home, and there he stayed for the rest of his life happily. So what did he do? He just took his bag and went back to his village to lead a happy life there. So it's very clear from the title what does the writer mean by my home and your home. So what are the things that is in our house, we should be happy with it. We won't get the same feeling when we go to someone else's house. So all are happy with the things that we have. That's the writer mean by the title, my home, your home. Hope you have understood the story. Before winding up section 4, we will discuss a glossary that deals with it. The best mouser meaning the best mouse hunter. Cellar, underground storeroom. Overhead, above the head. To be frightened to death, to be very scared. Hope everyone have understood the story. You might have enjoyed it. I have already sent the video related to this particular lesson. Hope everyone have watched it. We have discussed the story in the last class. Now today we will deal with the exercises part in the textbook. Read and understand page number 80. So it's already discussed in the class. Again I am ready to read about. Read the words below. Now listen to your teacher read section 1. As you listen to her or him, tick the words that you hear. So there are 9 words given in this particular exercise, and hope you do. We have done this particular exercise in the class, and we have heard these particular words in the particular section 1. A little mouse, surprised, find things to eat, live in the city, visit his friend, big bag, with a bang. We might not have heard this particular word. Is that all? Out in the street. These 2 words we have not discussed in section 1, and I have already taken this particular section, this exercise in the online class. Please check the answers what you have written before. Now we'll move to the exercise B. Read section 2 and 3 in pairs. Write true or false on the blanks. Discuss the reasons for your answers with your partner. So what's the first question? After the cook went away, Mickey and Misty ate a raisin. So what did they do when the cook went from that particular kitchen after taking the floor? They just went to eat the raisin. Before they ate brown sugar, after that they ate what? Raisin. So this statement is true. Second one, Misty did not like the taste of the raisin. Do you feel that he doesn't like the taste of raisin? He enjoyed it, right? So the statement is false. The mice hid in a hole to get away from Bella the cat. So what happened when what did Bella? When he entered the room by making a scratching sound, what happened there? Mickey and Misty started to run through the hole that was in the kitchen. So according to the story, the mice hid in a hole to get away from Bella the cat. The statement is true. Question number 4. Mickey then took Misty to the cellar. So what happened in section 3? After when Bella the cat went from that particular place, where did Mickey took Misty? Mickey took Misty to the cellar, the underground storeroom. So this statement is true. Misty ate onions and pickles in the cellar. Did he eat it? He was just seen what the bunches of onions hang over his head. There were jams, pickles, spicy pickles, everything were there. But did he eat it? He didn't eat it. So the answer is false. Mickey nearly ate a piece of cheese in a trap. You might be feeling he has not eaten. Nearly ate meaning was having a tendency to eat it. So the answer is true. So mark the answers in the textbook clearly without making any kind of mistakes. This section C we have already discussed in the class. Now we'll discuss the next exercise. Sum it up. Number these sentences about the story in the correct order. So here it is given in the jumbled form. Jumbled form meaning we have to rearrange it into the correct order. So before I do this particular exercise, I'm just pausing for a while. Try to do it yourself. Remember the story in your mind, what I have read, discuss in the class, and arrange it in the correct order. So I have given you an activity, an exercise that is related to the textbook, meaning the jumbled sentences. Hope you have arranged it. Now we'll just check the answers. What you have written is right or wrong. So this was the exercise. Sum it up. Number these sentences about the story in the correct order. So the first sentence of the story is already marked in the textbook. It's Mickey invited Misty to visit him in the city. So which will be the second one according to the story? Misty went to visit Mickey in the city. He just went to visit his friend in the city. Which is the third one? First, Mickey took Misty to see a cupboard. Fourth, the mice nibbled at a bag of sugar. Fifth one, they had to run away when the cook opened the cupboard. Which is the sixth one? Next, Mickey took Misty to eat raisins on the top shelf of the cupboard. Number 7, this time they had to run for their lives when the cat came in. Next, number 8, finally Mickey took Misty to the cellar. Number 9, Misty nearly got caught in a mouse trap. Number 10, Misty realized that life in the city was very dangerous. Number 11, he decided to go back to the country and never come back. Hope you also might have got the same answers what I have told you now. If not, just check the answers what I have just said. Now we'll do the worksheet part in the textbook. Read the story again, tick the correct answers. What did Misty the country mouse eat at home? They have given you 3 options: bread and butter, barley and cauliflower, brown sugar and raisins. So the answer is brown sugar and raisins. Where did Mickey first take Misty? Where did he took? It's very clear, to the kitchen cupboard. What was on the top shelf of the kitchen cupboard? Bread and butter, a bunch of grapes, raisins. What was kept on the shelf? They were tucking and pulling it very hard. The answer is very clear, it is raisins. Why did Misty go back to the country? He just went back to his country because he doesn't want to be frightened of death all the time. Answer C is the correct answer. Who spoke these lines and to whom? Write their names. It's just annotation. So if you have to do this particular exercise part, you should have a thorough idea of each line in the textbook, who said this to whom. So what's the first question? You should see how I live. The statement is discussed in section 1 when Mickey came to Misty's house and when they were having dinner together. So this particular line, you should see how I live, is said by Mickey to Misty. You must come to visit me. It's very clear. Mickey just came to visit Misty. So the answer is Mickey to Misty. What is that? So when he sees a tram, Misty was having a doubt and he was asking such a kind of question to his friend. So this dialogue, what is that, is said by Misty to Mickey. But I will take you to the cellar. At that time, Mickey was trying to make his friend in a proper way. So this dialogue is said by Mickey to Misty. What is a tram? Again the question raised by Misty to Mickey. So hope you might be having an idea of the exercise what they have discussed today. Correct answers, write the answers in the textbook. Thank you, children.